Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Ripster Daily Trade Recaps and Teachings. Hope everybody having a great weekend. Just wanted to get out the Friday trade recaps and teachings out before Monday. So here we go. Before I start, just a quick introduction to anybody who's new to my YouTube, my Twitter, new to our community. These are the trade recaps and teachings from any trades I take or any trades my traders in the community are taking, or any trades I tweet out on Twitter, or any ideas, swing ideas, any ideas before and after. We try to see where we won, where we lost, how we won, how we lost on any trades or any swing trades. And what we do is always repeatable. We do not trade random trades. We have a very fixed system. We trade fixed setups, unlike any other community or any other trade rooms. Our focus is always very repeatable. So every trade we take is always a repeatable setup or repeatable system. We do not take any random trades. Every day before the market opens, me and my team, we are up very early. We go through all the new sources, upgrades, downgrades, and we come up with a game plan for the day. This was the game plan for Friday. You can see Zscaler, DELL, ADSK, ESTC, NTAP, Lily, among others. That was our game plan for the Friday. Then we also do what we call as a Ripster daily levels. These daily levels help us identify support and resistance pivots, and we trade these levels. The traders can trade these levels based upon the momentum and Ripster EMA cloud system, either side. Not only that, we also create what we call as the day two setups. Day two are our repeatable setups, which triggered either on bearish or bullish side. Based upon the system, we trade them long or short, and these were the plays for Friday. Anyways guys, that's a quick introduction. I do not have my community platform open today, so I'm just gonna show the timestamp screenshots. I'm on voice first few hours in the community where I guide everybody, so I can't really show what talked about, but I'll definitely show my thoughts, my thesis on any winning trades or any losing trades that we had, so that we can understand what was the setup and how we played out. All right guys, let's start with the first play. The first play we're going to discuss is ADSK, Autodesk. Let's go back. Let's see what was our plan on Autodesk. Our plan on Autodesk was pretty straightforward. Autodesk revenue growth, robust demand, it was gapping up. But as always, we created our support pivot, which was 274.55, resistance pivot 280.82. I clearly told everybody that there's a gap fill under 274.55. If holds that, we can long, but if fails, then we gap fill. So that was the plan, guys, and let's see what happened. As soon the market opens, I see the weakness, I see the pivot being broken down. That's when I say short it, right? You can see here my timestamped comments here: short, gap fill, watch the bounces. And then it's all about all day guidance, trading it to the downside. You saw the pre-market levels, so all the traders are using those pre-market levels and executing. What is the trend? Trend is bearish. What is the risk? This pivot area. Wherever you short, that's your risk, right? So it's good if you add it right at the open, or you wait for the bounces, and then it's all about the riding the 512 EMA clouds to the downside. So if you see that we touched all the targets, 5 Fibonacci retracement, 0.61 Fibonacci retracement, and we did go even further. So we were locking the short on the way, and 270 puts went 300%. I told everybody just roll with the profits. When we were out right here around that was at 1040. At 1040, I told everyone you can use the profit to roll further. And after I said that, even after that, we faded another $3 to $4. Even those lotos went crazy, right? So you can see that all the timestamp guidance here. So beautiful setup, guys. All day guidance, you can see that, and you can see that why we traded it short. Why did I say short? So basically, if you shorted, if you risked $500, and let's say you risk, let's say $1,000 based upon this risk reward entry, you could made like more than $5,000 there on this particular trade. good risk reward. $14 fade, $10 fade from 274, and then another $4 fade later in the day. So beautiful trade, guys. Very proud of this one. A lot of traders green on this trade. Alright guys, next one we are going to discuss is Zscaler. So what was the plan on Zscaler? The plan on Zscaler was, let's look at the news first. Zscaler, the guidance pointed to steady demand. So Zscaler was gapping down actually, you know, because of because the earnings was good. But we don't blind ourselves with the good fundamentals. We watch our system. Of course, the earnings was really solid. So we were expecting, if we expected a bounce, we would have traded long, but system became bearish right at open. So support pivot was 225, 222, resistance pivot was 230. Plan was to be bullish to neutral if it pushes over 230. So that's important to note. If it pushes over 230, we're risking the clouds. It can show up under 230, you know, and so we would watch that. So, but what happened right at open? Right at open, I saw it was very heavy. So that's when I said no longs, just watch the bounces to short. That's it. You know, it breaks the clouds, you short it. Then it breaks the pre-market lows, you know, more short. So the point was, you know, so we were short right at open, as you know, as per our system. And I told everybody cover 217s, you know, lock more profits. And then after that, when it was curling, I told everyone we get out of the short if it curls over 219. And when it curled support, see support becomes resistance, but if support is reclaimed again, you have to get out of the short. You can see here 4 candles, 1 2 3 4, consolidating at same level. That means a reversal is coming. These 4 candles should tell you reversal is coming. That's why I told everybody to get out of this level. So you get out of the short, you know, nice short from the open. Even if you took a 225s, there was still almost $8 to $9 per share short. The options went 100%, and you get out when this curl was happening. And you could scalp this long from 219 to 223. Always room to 34.50, and it's rejected 34.50 and then faded back. But anyways, the main trade was this, even though it was bearish all day, but then it went into the chop. So nice trade there, nice guidance, pre-market plan, everything on point. All right, let's look at CRM trade. You know how it was a huge winner for us, all day voice guidance. And I've been talking about this trade on the Twitter as well. So let me just show you that. So let's look at CRM. What I was saying since yesterday. So we were trading CRM yesterday and did tell everybody that we are going to all-time highs, right? This was an A+ setup. We are going to all-time highs. I told them if not today, we will go to the all-time highs next day. That's why I had some left for next day as well. And then what happens today? You know, you see that? That's from yesterday. I clearly said tomorrow all-time highs. And then all-time highs met. Then what? All-time high breakout. I told everyone. So I walked through this setup on Twitter step by step. A+ setup. Now let's see what I you know, how I guided everybody in the community, how we made solid money or solid profits on CRM trade. So CRM trade, the plan on CRM trade was, it was a day 2 setup, right? It was a part of our day 2 setup. CRM day 2 setup. So then when I saw the strength on CRM, so let me show you here 1 second. So when I show the strength on CRM, I said you can scalp the Lotos 312.50s. You can see here 312.50s because we are breaking out of the yesterday's highs. A+ setup, all-time highs breakout, A+ setup, and then it was all about managing your trade. The 312.50 went 100%, they went 200%, and then I told everybody you can roll into 315s. Look at this move, you know. So this was my idea right here, and from my idea, even if you were trading shares, it went $9 or $10 per share profit. You know, if you risked let's say you risked $3, you made $10. You had 1 risk to 3 reward. That's a beautiful trade. And then finally the 312.50s went 400%, guys. So these are the trades, guys, you need to focus on. You can see my Twitter feed. I showed you before and after, explained why it's A+ setup. Then you can see my timestamped guidance here, day 2 setup, repeatable setup. These are the setups you're going to focus on to grow your account consistently. Losers small, winners big. If you cut CRM early, you missed out on the big trade. If you invested $1,000 in the options, that became $3,000. That's how you grow your account. All right, let's look at a loser trade today. The loser trade today was snow, right? So at open it was breaking out. So I told everybody to long it. It pushed and then it dipped back. It pushed, dipped back. It's such a crowd. Everybody expecting a bounce on snow, so the trade becomes so crowded. And then I saw the dip, and I said we can rest the clouds on the dip. It tried to push again from that cloud bounce. If you traded the cloud bounce, yeah, you made a couple of dollars, but then it failed heavy, and that's when you get out. You just get out under the levels. You just get out under yesterday's highs. You just don't touch it, right? So just took the loss, moved on. There's no long there. This is all chop. All this action is chop, unless you were like very quick scalper where you added this breakout and sold quickly. And I don't want that. If there's a scalp trade, that's different. I will, we will scalp it differently. But I wanted to see a trend trade, which did not come, and ended up being a loser. But it's okay. We have a big winners. Losers are part of game. You can see my timestamped guidance, right? Even though I did say we scalp in the open, and then it dipped. 190 was the risk. It bounced, failed again. Waste of time. We were out. Yeah, so the next one we are just really going to look at is DELL. So DELL, if I show you, I did, let me show you what I was saying about DELL on, on Twitter. So before the earnings, I did post detailed analysis on DELL, and I did say if it goes over 100, it's going to push. It's going to push, right? So this was my detailed analysis. A lot of traders did good on my detailed analysis on DELL. But the point was we were trading after hours. I gave the 100 psychological after hours. The trade was nice trade after hours for us on Thursday evening. And when then Friday opened up, it was getting a little extended, right? We, if it didn't get extended, it would have given a too good long, but it was getting extended. So let's see what happened. What was our plan in the morning on DELL? Our plan on DELL was getting a little extended. I told you in the pre-market, spoiling our play, but still has more room. Pullback is ideal. So look at my support pivot carefully. This is 117. Resistance is 124, right? So you saw my guidance. Let's see what happened. Right at open, out of the 124, DELL pushed to 131. All right, the pivot I gave worked flawlessly if you did that opening breakout trade on DELL, right? So nice push. That was a good scalp. You could scalp decent on that $5, 500 shares or 300 shares. You make a grand on 3 points and get out. So after that initial amateur move, that's when I say let it pull back. I already told everyone that it's extended, right? So it's specifically mentioned, and I said let it pull back. Let it pull back, coming down, let it come down more. So you see, I continuously say that. You could have shorted it. I was not doing the B minus short. I didn't have the entry. You could have done against the trend short, which is a C minus, B minus setup, and you don't go crazy on that. And you could have, but you could see my warnings. I make sure nobody's adding. So I told them to let it come down, let it come down. Now, once it comes down, look at this level, 116.60 area. What was my pivot I gave in the pre-market? 117. That's why I told you to look at it carefully, right? So 117, it starts to hold there. Then Win comes up. He likes it for the dip. You see this consolidation. Now DELL was the same repeatable setup that I teach again and again, even in my webinars. That's called our midday reversal setups. So you could see there, right? I keep saying let it come down, let it come down, and 117 is same place where a pre-market level is, and then there's curling over the clouds, and this is a nice range box developing for the reversal trade. And then Win was also taking long versus 116. Win's risk was a little down here versus this low of the candle. That's perfectly fine as well. And Win was guiding everybody for this long. And there was steady long. I had some price alerts set for everybody here at 120. Long here, you risk, right? Let's say wherever you added, you're risking $2, 118, or maybe you're risking $2. when you're making almost $4-5, 1 risk to 2.5 reward. So that was a nice midday setup. You can see this timestamp guidance here, and of course we keep discussing on trade floor as well. These are the setups you want to focus on. If you are trying to add here, you were already lost by the time midday setup came in. So avoid that. Look where the stock is coming from, right? And if you are not in closer to your risk level, you should not get in. You should not get in on the bearish candles. That's why I was saying let it come down, let it come down. So trying to save the capital, preserve the capital. Do first look at your risk before you look at your reward. Alright guys, the second one we are going to look at is AMD. So AMD, as it was my overnight, I told everybody to overnight it if you watch my yesterday's video, and overnight has really opened up very profitable. At the open it was really nice. As you can see, I told everybody it should be a big overnight winner, and I told everyone there's going to be profit taking at open. There is going to be a profit taking at open. After that initial amateur move, if you see this candle, the amateur candle, after that move, then it became a range bound action, 195 to 200, 199.50 range bound action. And I told everyone specifically that careful on your lottos, because you're going to lose a lot of money. If you want to do a lotto, do a 200. So here you can see my guidance. I said as long as 195 holds bullish, we want to see the 200 breakout. So 195 is your risk. Right here you can see those dip swipes, right? So that's your risk, and this is the range 195 200. If 195 breaks, we get bearish. 195 holds, we still stay bullish. 195 bid is still there, and then we got this 200 breakout, and then stock pulled to 201.35. The 200 lotos went 100%. So that was the trade. That was the initial trade that I was doing. Then it pulled back, right? So then it pulled back to 195 area. Again, same level, it pulled back, and then you got your midday push, and that was with the market as well. So these are the setups you're going to focus on, right? Where is your risk? Your risk was 195. So you let it come back there, and then you trade long again. Beautiful guidance on AMD. Amazing. This week has been good for us. Let's now look at NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, before I look here, let's go back and look at what were our levels on NVIDIA. So level on NVIDIA gave us clearly 802, 800. So 802 was clearly the breakout. So what happens? We try to break out of 802 in the morning, fail, but then you hold the clouds. You hold the clouds. Then second breakout of 802 level. And then what? Call flow starts to come in. We have the scanners that run all day, and then call flow comes in, and then when we were right here breaking out of this flag, which is a 10:30 a.m. flag setup, repeatable setup, that's when I saw a lot of call flow coming in. I told everybody about that call flow. Crazy call flow, 820, 815, 818, and if you just followed the call flow, that was nice big push on NVIDIA. Again breakout, and those 820 calls went into money, right? So this is the example where you need to follow the call flow, the trend, the pivot levels. A lot of traders did really good on this one. Just stay with the trend. Stay with the trend. That's it. If you see a lot of in my charts, all my trades are with the trend, right? If you followed the guidance, even if you followed my levels, like let's say blindly, that you shouldn't do it, then still, it's a trend move. You keep eyes on the market, keep eyes on the sector. There's no reason you can't make money in this market, as long as you control your size and give enough room to your risk level. So other one, I'm going to quickly look at NTAP. That was not NTAP was not my personal trade, but I gave the plan in the pre-market. Plan was bullish bias for a long breakout A plus daily. The resistance pivot was 107.28. So what happens? Right at open, the pivot breaks out. Right at open, the pivots breaks out. You trade the amateur long. Push, flag, push, holds the 512 EMA, 112.48. From the 17 breakout, I mentioned at 940, 17 breakout all the way to 112.48, and you get out when the 512 breaks, right here. So the point is, it's up to you. If you're focusing on that particular trade, you can trade the amateur move. And if you're watching the flag, then you watch if once it holds a certain level, then you can use that level to risk for the flag move. Not a perfect all day trend. Most of the move was in the morning, but you clearly understand what was the and you could have shorted it as a B minus short right here when it breaks here, because whenever 512 breaks we go back to 3450, and then 3450 breaks, it can even come down, right? So those are the repeatable setups you can do. There was not really a trend bounce move. The only setups were opening amateur breakout trade or this B minus trade back. All right, let's look at quickly at Lily. So Lily, I just want to point out the plan on Lily was simple. Lotto play if it was the cloud. The breakout was 768, support was 760. We got 1,000 upgrade from Bank of America. So you can see that Lily was, right away it broke out, right? Right away it broke out. What was my level again? Level was 768. Right away it breaks out and pushes all the way to 782. If you traded the Lotos in first 20 minutes, you did good. Just with the plan. Again, you focus on one or two plays that you want to do, right? So a lot of traders love Lily. They trade it every day. They know it's a bullish trend. The amateur move, the Lotto move, the one simple Lotos when it goes from $2 to $6, $7, that's all you want. So that was Lily. Just want to look at, I don't want to go through too many plays, but I do want to talk about this particular play, OKTA, day 2, 107.58, 106.40. So this is a day 2 setup, right? So what happens when on a day 2, once it's over that level, we always gets the push. So you see that the OKTA gets the push from that level and all the way to 110.50. So that's how all the day 2 setups work, right? You watch my previous recaps. You can have those quick trades or all day trend on that. So OKTA was there. I mean, even we had CELH, which was pushed initially and then it failed back, then it failed the clouds, and you should just get out of those longs when it fails the clouds. So understand these day 2 moves, how they work. I showed you how the CRM was good, Snow was a loser, and all these setups. AI was a good short on day 2 setups. So you should focus on what the trend is doing on day 2. Is it under the clouds? Is it breaking the pivots? AI was another day 2 good short in the community, because my traders know the setups. They're executing even if I'm not trading or even if I'm late. So you can clearly see the support pivot was 35.65, and as soon as it breaks, you take the short and you ride the short down to 33.71. So these are our day 2 setups which we trade in the community. Very profitable. If we lose, losers are small, you get out quick. And specifically watch the first move on these day 2 movers. You have a clear level. When the levels are clear in pre-market, the day 2 setups become much better. All right, guys. Now I'm just gonna close out with a quick review of SPY and QQQ all day long setup. So before I show you that on one of our community trades, I'll just show you that how I walked through everybody through SPY QQQ all day long, right? So you see this, right? This was the range. If you want to go back and see my levels, I can show you those levels. We can look at those daily levels on SPY QQ: 510, 204.34, 441 on QQQ, and you can clearly see that the range breaking out. This is what I teach again and again and again. Look at the Ripster levels. Bullish, 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 bullish. So trend is bullish. Chop, there's no chop, it's bullish, right? And you just have to follow the trend all day. And then what do I say next? I say marking breaking out of the flag. All signals go, right? And guess what happens? We keep moving. You hold it, you do not cut, right? I did say that there's no reason to cut as long as the trend holds. And then we go to 80% ATR, see before and after, then we hit 92% ATR. Just keep rolling, no reason to cut, and look at that, right? Much more bigger move. So what, this is not a hindsight, right? Like I show you step by step guidance, and you could literally make crazy today staying with the trend. These are the days when you have to stay with the trend, right? Your SPX options, your QQQ trades, you could literally have turned $1,000 to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 with calculated risk on this trend move, and you can see clearly since morning I've been talking about that, and I'm guiding my community on the voice. I'm sharing the levels, I'm showing you the trend. Just use my tools. I mean, Ripster clouds, Ripster labels, relative volume, ATR, DTR for your targets. So you need to execute on these days. There's nothing too high, too low, but you need to capitalize on these trend days, whatever happens. So this is a repeatable setup, and it's not in chop, because once it breaks out of the range, it's not in chop. And my labels calculate that. Is it in chop or not? It's just something to help you. Remember, all the indicators come after. The price action and levels at first, but they help, right? So I could hold all day for a big 300-400% winner based upon the tools I have. So anyways, guys, beautiful Friday, except from snow, it was really good. Most community, little community was red in the morning, but by end of the day, most of those were green. So very proud of that. Very proud of those who've been executing. I've been really getting really good DMs and responses that folks are really going good. I'm really proud of that. And guys, if you haven't watched that, join the community, watch our new 2 hours plus options webinar. Will really help you. And those who joined live, thank you for that. And I'll see you guys Monday. Take care. Bye-bye. You want to trade with me? Join my community. Do not come for alerts. Come for education, guidance, repeatable setups. Take care. Bye-bye.